Hello everyone, welcome back to my AIML series. Myself Arnab Kundu. You are watching my channel Technical Arquen. In my last AIML video, we learned about K-means clustering, our first unsupervised learning method. Okay, and today we will move one step ahead and explore a very important and very visual algorithm, hierarchical clustering, right? Hierarchical clustering is an unsupervised learning method that groups data into a tree-like structure of clusters, right? Unlike K-means clustering, we do not have to choose number of clusters at the beginning. Okay, and in this video, I will discuss two types of hierarchical clustering. One is agglomerative clustering, approach is bottom up, and another is divisive clustering, approach is top down. Okay, and also I will visualize the hierarchical clustering using dendrogram. Dendrogram is a tree diagram that shows how clusters march at each step. Okay, so go to the computer screen. Step by step I will discuss hierarchical clustering elaborately. So let's get started. Hello friends, today I will discuss hierarchical clustering in machine learning. Okay, hierarchical clustering is an unsupervised learning method that groups data into a tree style structure of clusters, right? So at first we should know what is hierarchical clustering. Hierarchical clustering is an unsupervised learning method that builds a hierarchy of clusters using either a bottom up, using agglomerative or top down, like the divisive clustering approach, right? Hierarchical clustering groups data into a tree-like structure of nested clusters visualized using a dendrogram. Dendrogram is a tree diagram that shows how clusters march at each step, right? Without requiring a predefined number of clusters, right? A tree-based, hierarchy-based clustering method builds clusters step by step, does not require choosing number of clusters initially, unlike K-means clustering is concerned, okay, which I have already discussed in my last AIML video, okay, visualized using dendrogram, okay. Now talk about how agglomerative clustering works. Start with each data point as a single cluster, like just given in this diagram. Compute distance matrix and march the closest pair of clusters and recompute distances. Repeat until one big cluster is formed. Okay, like from this, starting from this data, it just make the cluster each step at the topmost, it creates the big cluster. Okay, a bottom up hierarchical clustering method. Okay, actually for the hierarchical clustering is concerned, it is like a sequence used in the object-oriented programming known as the inheritance, the grandparent, the parent and the child. In that way the sequence is built. For agglomerative is concerned, the approach is bottom up, right? And now for when we talk about how divisive clustering works, is just top down, right? So starts with one big cluster containing all data, like this diagram is concerned. So at first the big cluster is there and then it is just split into small clusters, and after that we got the all data points. So that is a top down approach, right? Splits the cluster recursively into smaller clusters, continues until each data point becomes a single cluster. Okay, begin with all data points grouped into one cluster, a big cluster, and from there it just split into smaller cluster, and after that we got the data points at bottom part. Okay, identifying the cluster with the largest dissimilarity, split that cluster into two smaller clusters. Okay, recompute dissimilarities within those clusters and reverse process of agglomerative clustering, because agglomerative clustering bottom up approach, for divisive clustering top down approach, right? A top down hierarchical clustering method. Okay, now we talk about what is dendrogram. Actually, dendrogram is a tree diagram that shows how clusters march at each step. So dendrogram can be defined either in vertically or in horizontally. Okay, so a tree diagram showing how clusters march. Height of march is equal to the distance between clusters. Okay, cut the dendrogram horizontally to choose number of clusters. Okay, why dendrogram is important in hierarchical clustering is concerned? Helps decide optimal number of clusters, better visual understanding of k-means alternative, right? Now we talk about the key concepts and applications of hierarchical clustering. Okay, the key concepts like hierarchy of clusters means clusters are arranged in a tree-like structure, already told, grandparent, parent, and then the child, like an OP inheritance. Agglomerative and divisive method of clustering we are using here, bottom-up merging versus top-down splitting. Dendrogram, the visualization is going on, a visual diagram, tree diagram like, showing how clusters form and march. Distance matrices, Euclidean, Manhattan, cosine, etc. Linkage criteria like single, complex, average, words method. No need of predefined k. Number of clusters can be chosen by cutting the dendrogram. The diagram shows the hierarchical clustering types, agglomerative clustering and divisive clustering. Okay, and now what are the applications of hierarchical clustering is concerned? Customer segmentation like marketing, in retail, documentation and test clustering like NLP topic grouping, gene expression analysis like bioinformatics, image segmentation, grouping similar products like recommendation systems, detecting patterns in social network, anomaly detection when combined with distance patterns, right? So now I am moving into the Google Colab to walk through the hierarchical clustering step by step, right? So now I am just within my Google Colab workspace and the code is already written, and now I just discuss each step elaborately. So at first we know for every machine learning task is concerned, we need the import the libraries. The pandas model is used to data manipulation and analysis. Matplotlib is used for data visualization, and SciPy is used here for the dendrogram diagram. Okay, and sklearn already know for the machine learning tasks, right? The second step is concerned, we load the iris dataset. So iris dataset is contain 150 flower samples with 4 features like sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. Okay, so in that case we load the dataset and then we use the data frame, means we create the data frame, and the data frame object name is data. Okay, and then we just print first 5 rows of this dataset. So that's why we write data.head, means from this iris dataset is concerned, we take only the 5 rows from there. Okay, and then we select the input features. So we take the input features for the petal length in centimeter and petal width, okay, within the variable capital X, and then we standardize the data so all features have equal scale, and which helps the clustering algorithm work more accurately. So that's why we are using here standard scalar and then fit underscore transform, use this method. And then the step 4 is create the dendrogram. Already told, dendrogram is a tree diagram that shows how clusters march at each step. Okay, so a dendrogram is a T diagram that shows how clusters march at each step. So we just use the dendrogram for figure it, give the title and put the x-axis, y-axis level, okay, and then show it. And then the 5th step, we use the apply agglomerative clustering. So here I am using the agglomerative clustering because agglomerative clustering are more used in that case. Okay, actually hierarchical clustering builds clusters step by step and forming multiple levels from individual points to big groups, and this structure is beautifully visualized using the dendrogram. And for this visualization is concerned, we take this agglomerative approach, means agglomerative clustering approach we are using is a bottom up approach. Okay, means at the bottom have the single data, it march at every step and then form the big cluster. Okay, most commonly used the clustering types is agglomerative clustering. Okay, so in K means what happened? We must decide K before training, but in hierarchical clustering we first draw the dendrogram, and based on the natural structure we decide how many clusters to form, and that is why here I am using the 3 clusters. So n underscore clusters equal to 3, because the dendrogram clearly shows 3 large groups. Okay, so here we use the agglomerative clustering and with some attributes is there, and then fit underscore predict call this particular method, and after that we add cluster levels to data frame. So add the predicted cluster level to the data frame to clearly see which data point belongs to which cluster. Okay, so that's why we just write data within square bracket in a single quote cluster equal to levels. And the step 6 is to draw a 2D scatter plot, and we figure it, use the scatter, this method, the petal length for the x-axis and the y-axis concern for petal width in centimeter both cases, and title is Hierarchical Clustering Agglomerative IRIS Dataset, and show the diagram. Okay, so now just run this code, just press this button. So it will take some time to generate the result. At first it generate the 5 rows from the IRIS dataset concern, then dendrogram, and then the scattered. So it just generate the result. Sample data is given, sepal length in centimeter, sepal width, petal length, petal width, all are in centimeter, just 5 rows because we use here simple data dot head, and then it form the dendrogram. This is the most important part. This is the dendrogram for hierarchical clustering. This is, we use the vertical dendrogram. At the bottommost all the data points are there, and it form according to their closeness the cluster, and each step it form bigger cluster, and ultimately it form the big cluster. So this dendrogram is actually the vertical format, and the dendrogram is already know is a tree diagram that shows how clusters march at each step. Okay, so just see it every time is a march and create a single big cluster. Okay, and at last we just visualize the scatter diagram of this IRIS dataset, hierarchical clustering in agglomerative. For IRIS data is concerned, we just put here 3 different clustering because we take n underscore cluster equals to 3. So just show the 3 different group or clusters. I hope you have understood what is hierarchical clustering, how agglomerative clustering works, and what is the actual use of hierarchical clustering. It actually the approach like a sequence, it form either in bottom up or in top down approach, means either in agglomerative clustering format or in divisive clustering format. I am using agglomerative clustering for bottom up approach is concerned. Okay, if you have some doubts for today's video is concerned, just write in the comment section. I will try to solve this problem. Those who are still not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. Keep watching Technical Arquent for more videos. So today up to this. Thank you and bye bye.